Is living in Fort Lauderdale better than living in Boca? Let's take a look. So let's compare the two cities. First, let's talk about the overall feel. Fort Lauderdale definitely has a lot more energy and more of a big city type vibe to it. However, the minute you step into Boca, you can tell that you're in a completely different world, from the no billboards, no car dealerships, and even just the overall feel. And I will say that Boca definitely has a much slower pace of life. However, there's actually a lot of similarities between the two cities. In terms of beaches, might lean a little bit towards Boca. They are a lot less commercialized and they are a little bit more quiet. In terms of boating, it's almost a tie, but I'm probably leaning a little bit more towards Fort Lauderdale. They both have an inlet with the Boca Inlet, Port Everglades, and Lighthouse Point. Boca does have Lake Boca and Lake Wyman, but Fort Lauderdale's the yachting capital of the world for a reason. From there, food-wise, both do have some excellent Italian options, and Boca probably has a little bit more upscale dining options. However, Fort Lauderdale has a lot more things coming to it, especially with more and more restaurants moving up from Miami. Which ties us into the nightlife, and this one's not even close. Fort Lauderdale wins this one, and the nightlife in Fort Lauderdale isn't anything crazy. It's just some bars, maybe a couple clubs, and some great rooftop bars like that of Sparrow and New Bay. If you're a golfer though, it's not even close. Boca wins this one. Yes, we do have the Coral Ridge Country Club, but Boca has some of the most immaculate membership communities like that of Broken Sound, Boca West, St. Andrews, just to name a few. In terms of schools, it's an easy one. Boca wins this one. It's highly sought after for their schools, and each does give them an A rating for their public schools. However, Fort Lauderdale does have some great private schools like that of Cardinal Gibbons, Westminster Academy, St. Thomas, and even American Heritage. Now, when it comes to where we're gonna live, when it comes to new construction condos, Fort Lauderdale easily takes the cake with a ton of great projects coming like that of the St. Regis Bahia Mar, Bell, Nativo, the Viceroy, not even mentioning Pompano and the Waldorf Astoria and the W, but Boca does have Glass House Boca coming. When it comes to new construction single family homes, Boca easily wins this one with great neighborhoods like that of Lotus Edge. If you haven't been yet, some of these homes are massive and they have everything right there within the neighborhood. And surprisingly, the real estate market in both is fairly similar in terms of price points. However, where it does start to differ is we do have a lot more supply of both single family homes as well as condos and townhomes in Fort Lauderdale. But let me know in the comments, which city would you pick?